Is time and we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite nerdy podcast, that podcast covering all things pop culture, including comic books, anime, and movies. And that one is Comic
X Weeb! Ha! Ha! Ha!
I'm your co-host James, aka Comics for Cheap, aka hashtag Send It to James, aka Stealing Millions in Welfare, and I got my co-host here with me.
It's your boy Chris, aka. Come on, Dino, you know it's time.
Can you hear it? Can you feel it, Chris?
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything? Oh man, it's not
hear
coming
nothing,
through,
bro.
God damn! Wah, 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 wah. Well, that was a complete fail. I tried to play in the music in it.
Exactly as planned, but it is still Black Santa.
There it is.
AKA Discount Double Check is back. Aaron Rodgers putting in that work, as well as my MVP pick, that man, Josh motherfucking Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Hey. Super cold. What? Water. Sponsored by nobody, because we still don't got no sponsors. Still unsoiled, but it's coming sooner than later. Trust me, they're gonna need it, especially over this winter time. They're gonna need your boy. It's coming. They're gonna need Dino. They're gonna need James. It is coming.
They're gonna need you. They're gonna need you to share around the toys, the love, and the warmth.
That's right.
Of Christmas.
Right. Especially Christmas time, bro. Come on,
Christmas.
bro.
It's Christmas time. It's Black Santa
They're gonna
time.
need Black Santa.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, who doesn't need some Black Santa at Christmas?
Exactly, bro.
Everybody does. That's what I'm saying. All right, so we are here every Tuesday. We appreciate you hitting that like button, subscribing if you haven't already. Smash it. Every Tuesdays at 9, we are here just talking shit and chilling. And today we got a whole bunch to talk about. I think we're gonna kick off with a little bit of sports like we usually do, and then move into some other pop culture type news, because we have a couple of things that we got to go over and a trailer reaction that we want to do. So yeah, we got a nice slate for the evening. But yeah, first we want to talk about just anything stand out from the football games this week. I know one person in particular we're going to be talking about sports wise. But what you got for this week?
Man, I'll tell you, man, I'm very it was awesome. This was a very fun week. And I gotta say, the game that at least shocked me the most was the Baltimore and Miami game. I mean, you have a 21-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Not even just going into the fourth quarter, of probably around like less than 4 minutes. They still had that 21-point lead, basically. And then they blew it like that. Well, a little more time, but it's still, they blew it like that, that. You don't see the Ravens defense do that. Not the Ravens defense. And you knew it was bad when Tyreek Hill who they contained pretty much the whole game, and he just runs right past them, arguably the fastest guy in the league. He runs right past them, and then after he does the touchdown, you see the Baltimore Ravens defenders arguing with each other, saying that you were supposed to be there. No, you were supposed. 3 guys arguing, saying you were supposed to be there. No, you messed up. No, you messed up. And then they let him do it again.
Okay, so here's my thing. I got a couple of different things on this, because someone had the audacity in one of my group chats to say that Tua should be now in the contention for MVP.
No.
And I was like, exactly. That's what I said. I was like, first of all, in my personal opinion, MVP should be the person, if you took them out of the game, out of the team, your team loses, like everything, period. Like everyone else, bunch of scrubs. And for Miami, you got Waddle and you got Hill that are fast, amazing, and shit. I could have fucking thrown to Hill. All you just throw to Hill and he gets 60 yards after the catch. Like that's not a hard. That's like Tua is not terrible. I'm not saying that he's bad or he don't have a
No, the
cannon
verdict's
or
still out
whatever.
on him. Yeah.
Exactly, or he's not scrambling around or nothing. I'm just saying
Right.
that a
He
lot
can't
of
even
that
scramble.
work is being put in by Hill and Waddle, and it would just be a slap in the face to be like, oh, now, well, all of a sudden he has this game, has the comeback or whatever, and it's like, oh, Tua for MVP. It's like, no,
No.
Hill out here running 22 miles an hour. He's running so fast you can't
They call him the
can't
cheetah
even
for a
catch up
reason,
with
right?
him. He's fast,
He's the
and
cheetah.
and you're gonna say some stuff like that. So that was kind of ridiculous. But the other thing that I thought was funny, just in reference to this game, is that there's a rumor going around. The rumor mill's running that the Ravens want to possibly trade Lamar Jackson.
What?
Yeah, I don't know how much like actual credit or anything that's in there, but that
As
there
great
is
as
that
he played on
rumor
Sunday too.
circulating. So I was thinking that it would be the pettiest move by the Ravens to trade
Because they
him.
don't want to pay him.
Well, they didn't re-sign the contract.
Well, they couldn't come to an agreement. They gave him a deal and he turned it down because he wants what Deshaun Watson got, and their deal did not guarantee him full guaranteed money. It would have been one of the highest paid contracts. He might have been maybe the second or at least third highest paid quarterback or highest paid player, but it wasn't fully guaranteed, and that's why it got turned down.
Right. So
he turned it
my
down.
thought was maybe they're like fishing for, you know, a good running back and maybe some draft picks or whatever. And then and just to kind of like that's what I was like petty. If I was thinking as someone who wants to be super petty, that's what I would do. I'd try to trade him for a good running back and a couple of draft picks, and then so especially if you're trying to trade him to a team that's really not that great anyway, let him kind of like not win a lot and try to barter his contract then.
Well, I can't think of a team that has a running back that sucks. That team that sucks that have a good running back to even make that trade. Because and plus, look at how great that dude played. Like he's not the reason they lost.
No,
I mean he balled. He was damn near perfect. Hell, for most of the game, he had one like the highest quarterback ratings. Period.
Yeah, he actually did. I was impressed watching him this week.
And
sure.
he threw the ball well, and he ran the ball like we know he can run the ball. Like he was amazing. Like he wasn't the reason they lost. They lost because their defense somehow. And one more quick thing. When you mentioned that MVP crap with Tua, I would have been straight up because I know the game. Right. I would have been like, okay, so are we gonna forget the fact that that touchdown that blew the game open with Tyreek, he underthrew it. Tyreek had to stop and turn his body to make sure he caught it. Luckily, he was so far ahead the defender couldn't catch up. But he had to literally adjust himself to catch the ball because Tua underthrew it. So let's not make it seem like this dude was like, oh my God. But yeah, I don't. It would be so stupid if they traded him unless they have a full game plan. But I can't think of a running back and I guess they just don't want to pay him. They probably I don't know because I guess the argument is, do you want to pay him the money that Deshaun Watson got, which a lot of even actual owners came out and said that was a stupid deal, and the Cleveland Browns really messed things up, and it was a bad deal because of like the situation in general.
Yeah,
but
it was dumb.
I don't know if I would want to pay as good as Lamar is. I don't think I would pay him a fully guaranteed contract because I don't think his body's going to withstand it. So I think that would be a stupid contract too. He's a good guy, we know of. But my problem is I don't think he's going to physically last. So why would I want to give him that money? So I don't know.
I don't know either. That was just my thought was running back, but it could be completely different. And again, this is still just a rumor, unconfirmed. It's just like an NFL insider rumor report or whatever. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. The only other thing that I thought was pretty amusing was that when Kyler Murray got hit in the face by a fan. But like, here's the
I
thing.
didn't see that. He got hit in the face by a fan.
Yes.
Oh my god.
But though, okay, so he ran to after the defense scored, right? He runs to the end zone. They're all celebrating or whatever. You know, that in that stadium, the fans are like right there. There's really not much of a barrier. It's not like the Lambeau Leap. You know, they're not like all the way up there. They're pretty much close to your level. So he's like slapping fives with fans, even though they're in an away stadium. You know,
Yeah, because he was in
they're in
Vegas, right? They
Vegas.
were playing the long.
Yeah.
They were playing. Okay.
So there's a couple of fans there, and then it looked to me, I don't know, it looked to me like the guy was trying to hit him on like the shoulder pad as he was turning, and ended up hitting him like in the face instead.
Ooh, a Raiders fan or a Cardinals fan?
I couldn't tell. It looked like a Cardinals fan, but it could.
It probably wasn't an accident then.
That's what I'm saying, but. He's trying to bring up like battery charges and like get the police involved, which with what looked like it didn't like, it's not like he punched him in the face or nothing. He went to like you know, hey, good job, man, like slap him on the shoulder pad or whatever, but since he was turning, hit him kind of just like dead in the face or whatever. And it wasn't even like slapped him hard enough that he like whipped his face around or nothing. Like hit him kind of like he took a couple of steps one way and then he turned around like he just realized, you know, this motherfucker just hit me in the face. So he turns around and like tries to find the guy that hit him. But at that point, like, you know, the Cardinals are celebrating, so they're all kind of dragging him away. But yeah, he's trying to bring like police into it and bring up battery charges on this fan. And I think that's a little ridiculous and over the line. What do you think?
I think so too. My biggest thing would have been, for me, I would have like the situation. I would have like been like, okay, did it seem like he was actually trying to hit me? If people around him and in the situation, looking at film, looking at situation, looking to see if he was trying to, and if we got a chance to like kind of talk to the guy and get any idea, and if I truly felt he was trying to hit me, that's one thing. But if I'm like, okay, it was a total accident, I don't care. Like, okay, cool, we're good. Honestly, I would have been like, all right, I'm gonna give you an autograph real quick, and you can go about your business, because I was, you know, we're good. You was a fan, you made a mistake. You know, I'm gonna give you an autograph real fast, show you me and you, we good, and send you home even happier. But if I felt it was a situation where he's trying to do something, then hell yeah, then his ass should be
right.
You know, we start prosecuting these
fools
so they can get away with this crap, because it's going on way too much in football and especially basketball, because these fans are too damn close. Which you can't really do much about, but you know, it's just too people. They're going crazy in the NBA. So
floor side seats are a little.
I'm with you. I think it's too much. I wouldn't prosecute unless I know for sure. Yeah, this dude was trying to hit me.
Yeah, and it really didn't look like that. Like it really looked like he was just trying to. He was excited. I mean, it's, you know,
right.
You're running over to the stands and the fans and everything, and everyone's all excited. And the Raiders fans were, you know, whatever. They're probably talking a little shit, but none of them were like going to slap fives or nothing like that. That's why I think it was just, you know, the Cardinals.
It was an accident. Yeah,
I think it was an accident. Yeah. Now there was one that was on purpose.
Good by trying to do something like an autograph or something.
Right. There was one that was on purpose. I can't remember the team, but there was a fan that threw a bottle of water or something at the owner.
I'm telling you, boy, these fans, boy, they're doing too damn much.
But like just not like emptied the water or nothing. Like they just chucked a full water bottle at the owner who was standing on the field.
I would have, man, my security would have grabbed his butt and brought him to the back, and I would have been visiting that back, and I would have whooped that man's ass.
But to your point with the NBA, the floor side seats, I've always thought that it's like a danger to the fans more than like more than like you're worried about the fans coming on the court and doing some shit to the players or whatever, which I can understand that aspect too. But them NBA players, they're running full speed, and sometimes not stopping. You see them leaping over tables, leaping into the stands all the time. The ball, being missed, getting someone hit in the face when they're trying to eat a hot dog or something. You know what I mean? They got the wiener halfway in their mouth, and then boom, slapped in the face with a Spalding ball. I always thought it should be at least, if not a little further back, then it should just be like that floor size should be gone, and it should just be like start at row 1 or like up a level. But that's just what I always thought. I don't know.
I just don't see that happening because it is part of the game and it's been around for so long, and I can see the complaints. My issue has been these fans taking things too far. Where I remember instantly with Russell Westbrook. I was trying not to mix them up, but I always do that. Russell Westbrook was walking off the court, and these jackasses thought it was cool to like throw popcorn and condiments on him and everything.
Condiment man came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Condiment Man showed up, and Batman came in and mustard and ketchup on this dude while he's walking off the court. He was hurt a little bit, but he was walking off the court. Like stuff like that. These fans think they can do way too much, and they've been getting away with it overall. Overall, they've been getting away with it because the worst that'll happen, they'll get kicked out of the game. Oh wow! Like no, you walk up on him on the streets and do that, Russ gonna whoop your ass. And God knows he was trying to get up there. He was a little hurt, but he was trying to get in that stand. But they luckily that security team held him back. These fans are going too far, and they think they can get away with too much. We have too many incidents last year, the year before, the last 3 or 4 years where these fans have thrown something that you shouldn't throw anything. They've shouldn't be spitting on anybody, and they think it's okay to come out there and say I've always been cool with hostile environments, but sometimes it goes too far. You can't be throwing things on a player. You can't be doing that. Whether you like it or not, or you angry, you can't do that. And these fans, there's no punishment for them. You're banned for like a year. Whoop-de-doo.
Right.
No, these they legitimately need to start getting they need to start going to jail. You want to go, you can't do that in real life and think it's completely okay.
Right.
So the stuff needs to be, we got to figure something out on that part. But that's just all I'm saying.
Okay. One last thing, sports wise, before we kind of move on, but I know you wanted to bring something up about your man Brett Favre.
Not my man.
Go ahead and.
All right. This man is a straight up piece of trash. It really pissed me off. This dude stole $5 million from welfare. And keep this in mind, Brett Favre, just playing, not all the endorsements. The Wrangler we were talking about off stream, not all that stuff. The Wrangler. It
was more than 5. Oh, he got 6 million. Okay, I was gonna say the whole thing altogether was definitely more than 5 million.
It was more than 5 million, but just in the basis, the 5 million that I know for a fact that he got. This dude has made in his career over $130 million.
Mm-hmm. And that's just from the NFL. That's not including
just the NFL. I'm not even counting the endorsements this dude made, and there's a lot of endorsements.
Yep. Can't even keep his dick in his Wranglers.
Definitely those Wranglers. This guy took from not just one of the poorest. Mississippi is the poorest state in the United States. It's the poorest one. And you take all that money, and it's not a thing of, oh, well, it was a mistake. He didn't know. There's text messages where this dude is like, well, no one's going to find out, right?
Yep.
No, he knew he was doing trouble with his phone wrong. Again.
He just can't learn.
And what made me so angry about it is not just the fact that he's a douchebag and a piece of garbage for stealing like this from the poorest state. All for his stupid daughter's school to build a volleyball thing? Are you serious, bro? You can buy it yourself. Or if you're so stingy and you don't want to use your own money, you could have easily put a fundraiser together. You're Brett Favre. You could have put a fundraiser together that would have made the money and then some. You're Brett freaking Favre. So there's no reason you had to do that for your stupid daughter's volleyball team. That's just dumb.
Right.
And then, and what makes me angry, though, is Brett Favre gets away with everything. Like, this is not getting covered enough, especially on ESPN. But if it was Terrell Owens, who had no freaking issues off the field, but T.O., was damn near ostracized and made sure they didn't want to put him in the NFL Hall of Fame, even though he's one of the greatest wide receivers of all time, top 3 hands down.
Sure.
But because, he has some issues on different teams, but again, nothing off the field. But Brett Favre, who no one ever brings up, the fact that, this dude was sitting there showing his dick to women on the team, trying to get his dick wet, doing some just this is a creepy individual. She didn't even ask for it. He just decided to just send her a dick pic, and it's all good. And like Brett Favre, because he's the guy who we all love the fact that he's so happy and he jumps all over the place. And when he throws a touchdown, he's running and he's so, Brett Favre, yay. We just forget the fact that he's a douchebag and a horrible human being. Yeah. And there was a guy I was reading who was falsely in prison for stealing a backpack, and he committed suicide. And he was falsely in prison. Unfortunately, his life is over now because he committed suicide. But he was falsely in prison. But Brett Favre, who just stole all this money, I don't think any actual charges have been actually made to him yet, right?
I don't think so, no.
What? Are we serious? We ain't doing what are we doing? We could this giant investigation, right? Like, come on, what's gonna come out of it? Probably just probation. If that
shit, yeah, ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. That shit though, with the kid with the backpack, that shit went down in New York. He was like a teenage kid, and was sent to Rikers. He was put in like 30 days of solitary. They kept telling him to take a plea deal, even though he was innocent. He's like, no, fuck you, I'm innocent.
Right.
And then finally, like, he takes a plea deal and then he kills himself. Like that's probably one of the more tragic stories. I'm sure that story goes on someone like a lot, but his parents were like huge, instrumental in getting his story out there. Which is
for stealing a backpack. Bro.
For stealing a backpack, which wasn't even stolen. He was falsely profiled on the arrest.
Yep.
He was incorrectly picked out of a lineup. All that shit that went down. That's a whole like hour story that you could do on that whole situation.
Unbelievable. It's just disgusting that Brett Favre did this. And honestly, no one wants to really bring it up. ESPN is being cowards.
Yeah, no one wants to talk about it. They still want to talk about Deshaun Watson.
Let's call it what it is. Especially if a black athlete did this. If we switched Brett Favre with a black athlete and a black quarterback, let's say it was Lamar Jackson. What if Lamar did this? Oh, it'll be a whole different story. This would be the number one thing ESPN talks about every damn day.
Whole new story. They would be they're still talking about.
Because it's Brett Favre. Shh, don't say nothing. It's Brett Favre.
They still talking about Deshaun Watson, and we get it. Like we understand his suspension, but I'm with you on this.
A horrible thing Deshaun's done, but at the same time, Deshaun did like what Brett Favre did. I'm not saying like what Brett Favre did was worse or what Deshaun did was whatever. Two horrible situations, but Brett Favre stole all this money. And again, we ain't talking about it. We gotta keep quiet.
And there's proof. There's text message proof. There's actual hard concrete evidence.
Where there isn't actual concrete proof on Deshaun.
All right, we're gonna move on from sports. We're gonna talk about some pop culture shit.
Let's do it.
Number one thing that people were really excited about this week: Constantine talking about Keanu Reeves coming back for the role.
He's back, baby.
DC. Oh man, now this would have me more hyped. Okay, I'm gonna be real. This would have me more hyped if they didn't kill the Justice League Dark project that they had been working on. If the whole thing was Zatanna that they had going, that wasn't scrapped. We're not really sure like what's happening between the Warner Discovery merge, the HBO merge that has happened recently, since Discovery likes to just cut everything. They cut that Batgirl project. Right. They cut this, that, and the other. So now they're talking about bringing Mr. John Wick himself, Keanu Reeves, in for part 2 of Constantine. Now, Constantine is like one of my favorite comic book movies that exists. Like, it's really, really good. Super underrated. I really liked it. So I'm excited for the possibility of a part 2, or just even incorporating him in general in the universe. What if we get like a Constantine Batman team up? That would be really, really dope. I don't want to get ahead of myself or nothing on it, but
because you are with the Batman team.
I know.
For real. But still,
but
we still don't know who the hell Batman actually is in the DCU right now.
No, we don't.
In DC's cinematic universe, I should say.
Yeah, because they keep talking about bringing Affleck back, and it's just like
so it's all over the place.
Yeah, it really is. But it's good news. Constantine, Keanu Reeves coming back, so that I gotta say, I am pretty pumped for that.
I enjoyed the movie too, so I'm definitely excited for it too. But plus, I've always said I'm a big, I like Keanu Reeves, so more Keanu Reeves movies, why not? So I'm game. I'm a big Keanu Reeves fan. Okay. So yeah, I'm excited, man.
Yeah, excited. He's a good dude.
Yeah, I know, baby.
Anytime I've never, I like The Matrix, obviously. I liked Constantine. Some of his other stuff is a little ridiculous. The Bill and Ted stuff is absolutely absurd. But as far as if you ever watch an interview with him, he's just a genuinely really nice person. Just just to hear talk and everything. So nothing against him.
And the fact that everybody else says the same thing, all his co-stars, just even the most random people, I'll be hearing stories of people who just served him coffee. It's just man, he's the nicest guy I've ever met. Damn.
You know who else I hear about that a lot? Is Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. I hear everyone is always talking about the nicest stories. There was a Reddit post where they were going on about it. And this one dude who's he worked for CVS or Walgreens or something, and he's just not having a great day. Paul Rudd just happens to walk into the store, get something, and he's like, "Oh man, you don't look like you're having a great day." And he looks over to the manager. He's like, "This guy's gonna help me carry this pack of cigarettes out to my car because I need help." And then he's like, "Yeah, let's just come out." And they bummed a cigarette together or whatever. He's like, "Yeah, just stay out here as long as you need because what's the manager gonna say to me?" So
wow, but yeah, awesome. That's a cool story, and that's a cool guy. That's awesome.
I've definitely heard some great things about him as well. But yeah, so I was about to say Paul Rudd. No, Keanu Reeves, Constantine. I'm very excited. Then we also had some news from Hulu. Hulu, who just gifted us with the Predator Prey movie, which was one of the better Predator movies for sure. Absolutely. I don't think anyone would argue with that. They have said that they are looking at doing a Hellraiser movie or bringing back Hellraiser, and we have a trailer for it that dropped today actually. And I haven't seen it yet.
I'm not seeing it because I didn't know this was a thing. Awesome.
Gonna go ahead and bring it up here for us and hit that play button. We'll see how it is.
And we have a close-knit community here. It's been that way for 50 years. Hey, Sheriff! I get it. You big town folk aren't too keen on small town living.
I like the quiet, actually, Rick.
Because we got plenty of that.
Anything new to report?
There might be a rabid coon up in Foxtail Canyon.
Really?
I hate to tell you, Joe, but nothing too exciting happens around here.
Yeah, that's what they keep telling me. Morning, Bill.
I want to make a complaint.
About what exactly?
On my property last night, I had trespassers. They were dressed in sheets. Then they started chanting in a gibberish kind of a language. The earth started to open. Hey, bud, look at me. All hell's about to break loose.
Joe!
Oh shit, what the hell's going on here, Joe? Well, some asshole said some fancy words and raised a goddamn demon out of hell. What are you gonna do? We're gonna level the playing field.
That is it. All right, so there you go. So
I gotta
Hellblazers.
say, man, my first impressions of it seems extremely indie made.
It does seem a
Like
little bit
that
like
was
that.
not a super high quality type trailer in the sense that, like, the one thing I gotta critique it on Heavenly is that I thought it was really like redundant and bad. That like definitely towards that end when they were showing like the credits to people names or whatever, and you kept seeing the shooting, pow, someone's name, pow, someone name, pow, like that just screams like we're not professionals.
So very campy trailer then.
Yeah, very. It just seemed like very indie made, like like
Mm.
some college
Well,
kids put this thing together, and not
it
like
is.
actual professional people.
Oh wait, hold on. Was that not the right one? Hold on, let me see. Make sure that it was the right one. Yeah, that was the right one. Okay. Yeah. So unless it wasn't, hold on. Let me just double check. I'll just double check them.
Okay.
Maybe it wasn't the right one. Maybe I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep. I think I was wrong. I think I was tricked again. I
That might have
always
been
do
it.
this.
Because that just seemed fan made to me. That's all I was like. That just seemed very just because then there was like the time when they was talking and the way the music was playing was like that does not add up. It just seems off.
Okay, let's try this again. Hellraiser from Hulu for sure this time.
Okay.
Apparently I got the wrong goddamn link. So all right, let's try this again.
Okay. You get 2 trailers, guys.
2 trailers.
Yeah.
Beautiful, isn't it? It's really nice. You can hold it. What is it? It's a puzzle. And it's almost finished. Keep going. So if I solve it, do I get a prize? I do.
What do you do? It has 6 sides, 6 configurations. It opens up and it cuts you. And then they come to collect.
It's time. Greater delights await. We wish to see you proceed. Feed it. Their blood, their pain. All for us. What is it you pray for?
All right, that looked a lot better.
Yes, a whole lot better. Yeah.
Apologies for that before, but yeah, no, that looked a little more professional.
Yes. Yeah, definitely compared to that first one. Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right, so apparently that is coming to Hulu on October 3rd,
Okay.
which is only a couple of weeks from now.
It really is.
So yeah, that's pretty exciting. I haven't seen too many like other horror movies dropping this year really for Halloween. So that's
Now,
really kind of like the first one.
The Halloween ends that's this year, so that comes eventually.
Oh, that's right. There is another Halloween movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
They just did one last year. We talked about
Remember
it.
I told you, remember we talked about it, and I
Yeah.
was like, bro, the next one's literally coming next year, so you have no time to even digest this one.
It's
So yeah,
ridiculous.
Halloween ends. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it should be this year.
Shit don't even make sense. Why would they do
It
this?
doesn't make sense whatsoever.
I don't like it.
I don't like
that.
it neither.
I don't like it. But the Hulu thing, so Hulu, if they get this one good, like if people are talking about this one, Hulu is 2 for 2 on some horror movies. We might see some positive horror type stuff coming out in the future.
Which would be awesome.
That would be really awesome, especially if they can come up with some like original ideas, not just remakes or prequels or anything like that. Like if we can actually generate some original content, that's where we'll really start talking. Yeah, crazy. Speaking of 2 for 2, I forgot to bring this up while we were talking about sports, but App State on a Hail Mary pass this weekend with another W. I don't know what's going on with this team, Chris, but they're going to start getting picked off soon. I'm telling you that.
I mean, my only team in college is Ohio State, but yeah, I
know it. I know. I'm just saying they need to enjoy it while it lasts. But I was just very surprised that that they got that win, and another one where they were paid to come in and lose, and they end up winning at the end. So
they're like, nah, I think I will just win.
Yeah, I don't think I'll lose. No, I don't think I will.
You're right though. I mean, hey, I gotta do what you gotta do, but it could eventually be really bad. Because then they really could start getting those teams taking everything serious. They're gonna get destroyed. Oh, it's so many ways to look at it. It's so many ways to look at the situation. But hey, they're winning, so okay.
That's right. All right, so let's see. Here's some Blade news for you.
Talk to me.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find because I need to read it correctly to make sure that I get this correct. Because you're not gonna like this.
Oh no! Oh no! Come on, bro!
I'm just warning you right now.
Don't do it, man. This is
not
already
gonna be a fan.
Mixed bag for me. Come on.
Okay. The statement that came out.
All right.
Is that an inside source says that the Blade movie will feature Mahershala Ali, or I think that's how you say it, Mahershala Ali, as a seasoned hunter, handing off his responsibilities to a predecessor, who we're told is based on his recently introduced daughter, Brielle. So, Brielle the vampire hunter, instead of Blade the vampire hunter.
Oh my freaking God.
Hold on. This is just what this particular alert of inside source information says. There's been no actual confirmation of that being the case. However, that is what's being talked about a lot. This came out yesterday, or the day yesterday it came out that they're saying this shenanigans.
I hope it is, because I'm gonna be honest with you. If it ends up being true, I'm not watching the movie, and I don't give two shits about the Blade movie. I would not care anymore. And it's not the fact that it's another. Got to make sure the female character is the greatest thing. No, it's not even that garbage. I don't even care if it was a boy he was handing off to. Dude, Blade is supposed to just now be showing up, and we're already basically making him irrelevant. He's just there to hand it off to somebody else. Bro, what was the point? This shouldn't even be a movie, then make it a series.
Mm-hmm.
Just make it another series Marvel wants to put out there, because I'm not spending my money to go watch that.
Yeah,
so I really hope that's not true, because God, you were right. I don't like it. It kind of pissed me off a little bit, and I hope that it's not true.
When I first saw it, I was like, "This seems like a troll. Like it seems like some trolling, because this is some news that we got in 2019. It's been over 3 years since Marvel announced the return of Blade.
Right.
And Ali allegedly is the one who's basically like walked into Kevin Feige's office and he was like, I want to do this shit right here. And that's how they kind of got it started.
Right.
So to me, it seems like, why would all that happen? Why would we get this announcement so far back if they were just going to have him be and again, it doesn't specify if it's like a handoff towards the end of the movie, if it's a handoff at the beginning of the movie. Like, we're not sure as far as that goes. But yeah, I don't know, man. It just seems a little ridiculous.
It does seem ridiculous, but I am happy that you brought that up, though, because it's something to keep in our heads moving forward when we get closer and closer to when Blade is actually going to come out. This is something we can at least have in our heads, like, we can see what's actually going to pop off.
Right. Yeah. I guess we will see. We had some other slight movie updates or whatever. Sony is out here rescheduling Kraven the Hunter from January of next year to October of next year. And Madam Web.
They're not excited about that movie, bro.
No one's excited about that movie. Not
No
with what they
one.
were fucking talking about. Plus with Morbius.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, don't even get me started because Morbius is like has maintained like the top 2 spot on Netflix. And now they've like greenlit Morbius 2 or whatever. I'm out of here with that shit. But they also moved Madam Web from October of 2023 to February of 2024, which I'm sure
I'm
nobody
still
was
kind of
really.
confused on what would this movie even really be about.
Well, Madam Web?
Yeah,
I'm sure
what would
trying to like kickstart the Spider-Verse shit. I'm sure that's
No,
what they're
I
probably.
get that, but what would a Madam Web movie be like? Would you do you think that's going to be interesting?
No,
that's what I'm saying. Like Madam Web as a character is only actually interesting to me is when she's teaming with Spider-Man.
Right.
But this is going to be her own movie, and then even when she puts those things together, she's never the star. It's Spider-Man who's the star. She's just putting she's putting the web together, and then Spidey goes out and do the stuff.
Yeah, I hope they get like a
Madam Web
really.
herself never once was like, man, I want to see a Madam Web story. I've never felt that way. It's not an interesting character.
I hope they get like a really, really, really fat woman to play Madam Web. That would be hilarious to me. Just
She's
like
a cool character, but just not
like
interesting. A fat Madam Web,
grotesquely obese woman to play.
Why?
I'm talking about like someone off of My 600-Pound Life. And
Jay's like, this is the reason why she sits in the chair all the time.
Yeah,
why?
Exactly.
Why though?
And I just want her to eat like chicken wings and just like by the bucket too, not even like anything crazy. Like I just like a bunch of mashed potatoes, just constantly eating the whole time in the movie, just sitting there in her chair while like, and that's the movie that you like walk in, you sit down. You sit down to watch the movie thinking that it's gonna be something exciting. It's just her eating this like 30-course meal over the course of an hour and a half, and then you leave the theater, and that's it. And that's Madam Web.
Don't they call that a food porn or something? Maybe like I don't know what we're getting here, but all right.
Yeah, she can
no.
rub one out while she's eating all the food too. I mean, it's up to artistic interpretation. Whatever the director wants to go with it, just as long as she's just right there. Maybe she puts a little gravy on her titty and licks it off the titty. I don't know.
What the hell? Jay, this is usually towards the end where this stuff happens. Okay. All right.
But yeah, there's your Blade update. You're welcome.
Yep.
And then
potential spoilers for Madam Web.
And yeah, so just how I would run it, Sony, I'm available.
How James would write Madam Webs.
Look, Sony, I just want to put this out there. I am available if you want me to direct this movie. It's okay. I will make you that money in the theater. I know how to bring in that box office cash. And then one more thing, and then we can talk about your Cyberpunk thing. So we're gonna move into video games a little bit here, because this also has to do with video games. I don't know if you happen to see, Chris, but Grand Theft Auto,
yes, I know,
got a little bit of a leak.
It was a very bad
some
situation.
Pictures.
Yes.
And the pictures I've been seeing shared everywhere, where it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's just all over the place. It even came up on like when I was just scrolling through the news, new pictures of Grand Theft Auto, and I was like, it looks pretty cool. I didn't think anything of it. All of a sudden this morning I'm seeing that Rockstar wants the FBI involved. With finding out who leaked screenshots of their new game.
It's even worse. It's worse than that. This potentially, we don't know, but other hackers are saying this is actually a 16-year-old kid. He's also hacked last year Microsoft, Sony, and some other things. He's also apparently the hacker of this year. It was another big hack. God, I forgot the company, but it was another big hack that he did earlier this year that was huge. But no, this kid is big time. Again, we don't know for sure if it is this 16-year-old kid that they're saying it is, but when the other hacker started saying it is him, that's when he started actually deleting things, and it makes it seem like, this was the person. And when he did this stuff last time, he basically got a slap on the wrist where they literally was like, okay, you can't be on your computer for like a month. That was literally basically what he got. And people was like, what? How is that all? Anyway, what makes the situation so bad, he didn't just hack screenshots. What he did was hack into the actual mainframe of Grand Theft Auto 6, and he got all the stuff that they're early development. The game is in extremely early development, so he got tons of like gameplay of bug fixes, because again, it's just early development stuff, but he showed a lot of this stuff, so we know like the story is going to be basically like a Bonnie and Clyde thing where the main character is male, female, like a couple, and they're robbing and blah blah blah. And he showed off a lot of stuff because I can't remember the character's name, but he showed off the name. You get to see how it plays, and when you look at it, it's like, yeah, this is Rockstar. Like this is because when I first heard, I was like, oh, this is not real. But then when you start looking at it, it's like, nah, this is how a Rockstar game gets down. And this is like the bug fixes and stuff. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think this is legit. And Rockstar came out and said, yeah, this is a serious thing. This is legit. Because
I think they need to offer this kid a job.
He got the source code. And since he has the source code, and he was like trying to say, I'll sell you guys your source code back. Like I'll sell it to whoever.
He's doing the malware
and
shit.
This could delay. Rockstar came out and said this. They will not delay the game, but this is stuff that can delay the game because of how bad the situation is. This could push the game back. Now we have no idea when this is even coming out anyway. I still think it's maybe a year or two away anyway, but still, this is super bad. He has the source code. So he was like, yeah, I'll sell you guys the source code or whatever, or whoever wants to buy it for the big bid. And I mean, this could ruin the game. It can ruin a lot of stuff for them. And he even got personal information on these people too. So he can send that out to people. This is like it's a really bad situation. And honestly, I agree with Rockstar if they want to get the FBI involved or whatever. All I know is if this is this kid, he needs to seriously be punished. Because this is getting ridiculous now, and this is a little too much.
Punished or offered a job, so that
I was thinking that too, though. I was thinking that too. I would have actually offered him a job for what he did last year. I would have offered him a job, but the fact that he got in trouble and he's still continuing to do this, and like it gets to a point now where it's like there's consequences to your actions.
No, for sure.
And you can't just be rewarded completely like you was told, like you knew how serious what you did last year was. This is bad, and you did it again.
I know this is a kind of silly comparison, but on Criminal Minds, the very famous show, literally their tech analyst, Penelope Garcia, was someone who hacked the FBI, and they were basically like, look, you can either go to jail and serve time, or you can work for us and be our, tech analyst or whatever. So I feel like he needs to be slapped with the same kind of a situation if the FBI does find him, or it sounds like they know who this kid is already.
You have to work off your debt. And who knows how long that can actually be. It can be. We can basically say whatever the fullest extent of this law could actually be. And let's say that it could be some crazy thing like this could be up to 17 to 20 years in prison. The highest level of it can be. That would be your punishment. So you will work for us for that period of time.
Right. And get paid, compensated. I'm not saying this person should be.
Do you want to waste that kind of potential this kid has?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, this kid is good at what he's doing. He knows computers. He's hacking major companies, everything like that. I'm not saying, enslave the kid and chain him up in the FBI basement and make him do whatever. But, offer him something like, $100,000 a year to work for the FBI. I'm not going to be a stupid criminal if the FBI offers me a 6-figure contract to do some shit in a field that obviously I'm enjoying. He's on the computer. He's enjoying it. It's just putting it towards a more positive way. I'm not saying you should reward him for his bad behavior necessarily, but he is still 16. I did some stupid shit when I was 16 too.
Of course.
And you know what I mean? So it's not like he should just have his whole life taken away from him. But he should know how serious it is. And then, but also, hey, we should use, your knowledge of computers or your skill set here.
Yes.
And put it to good use instead of what you're doing out here, which is more destructive.
Yeah. I do agree with you on that. I fully agree with you on that. Because again, this kid is extremely talented because he was the leader of like this giant hacking group a couple of years back, and he was the leader. So he was even younger. And now he's doing this, and it's just like, bro, this kid has some talent, man. And I cannot remember the other thing he hacked earlier, but it was huge. It was another huge company, and I can't remember the company. It's making me angry. I can't remember. But yeah, like this. Oh man, he's something else. So if it is him, and it seems that it is, but if it is this same kid, I'm with you. They should use him for good, and not completely just waste them away.
Right. 100%. All right, and then last thing that we wanted to talk about, you had some news for us about Cyberpunk, another video game thing going on.
Yes.
So hit us with
this is actually dealing with the anime, Dino. What I want you to do real quick is look up Cyberpunk Edge Runners, look up the review, and what is it on Rotten Tomato? What is the numbers on Rotten Tomato? And I think you will be kind of blown away
on Rotten
by what the reviews say. And this is going to be the sum. And like once you give me those numbers, then I'll go into what I'm going to say real quick.
All right, so I'm bringing it up, and it says Cyberpunk Edge Runners Season 1 from 2022 is... Oh, I'm getting hit with the ad block shit. Hold on. Give me one second here.
Yeah.
All right, 100% from the critics, 97% from the audience.
How amazing is that?
That's pretty high up there.
Yeah.
Especially for a TV show for a whole season.
Only 10 episodes.
Okay.
Cyberpunk Edge, and with those 10 episodes, you get a full understanding. This is what blows me away, and this is why I mean this. This is an anime, and I'm an anime guy, so I watch a lot of anime, a whole lot of anime, and honestly, some I can't even remember the freaking name of, but it becomes something like ridiculous. Any free time I have when I'm not doing much, it's hard to get free time, but still. All the anime in the last, I can say hands down, the last 2 years, this has been the best anime I watched in the last 2 years.
Norm says he saw it and even got the comic book. He's excited about it.
Edge Runners is amazing because in those 10 episodes, you get a full understanding of the main cast. Okay. And in 10 episodes, that's extremely hard to do, especially in general, but in anime especially because, you really need more. But they do such a great job making you understand the characters, making you love the characters. The story is great. The story is amazing. It's really impressive.
What platform is it on? Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix, okay.
So I was gonna say I definitely want you to give it a watch.
Okay.
It is so fun, and it's one of those things where it's like, yes, it's blood, it's gore, but that's not the main thing. It is a story of rag to riches. It's a story of a cautionary tale. It's so fun. It's so fun. I enjoyed the game. I love Cyberpunk 2077. It is an amazing game. And when they did the anime, I was obviously excited for it, but I didn't think I would love it this much.
Okay.
I love this anime. And what's so cool about it, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to try to keep it somewhat spoiler free, especially because I want you to watch it. And then we'll go into that. And then I'm also going to do a video about this too. But I got to say, there's only 3 people I put the motherfucking name with.
Okay.
That is my man, Steve motherfucking Blackman, a wrestler, and it's hilarious. I love Steve Blackman. Josh motherfucking Allen, and my man Adam motherfucking smasher. And I ain't talking about that chump that's in DC. Even though he's gonna be in the Adam Smasher should be in the Black Adam movie too. We saw him in a trailer, I believe. He was all tall and stuff, crushing things.
Okay.
He should be in that movie. So I'm actually excited to see him. Now I'm only calling him a chump just to prove a point. But still, Adam Smasher in the anime and the game is just Cyborg, who is a monster. And he is just like when Arasaka sticks him on somebody, you know shit's about to go down. Right. And oh my god, they did him so great in the anime. They just build on the legend of Adam Smasher. And it's just in general, it's just such a great anime. The characters, David Martinez, the main character, is just a great kid. And you really get to understand his story, his girl Lucy, Rebecca, who's became like the love of the fan base right now. Probably the most popular character. And she what's so funny, I want to say this, what's so funny is that CBR, the creators of Cyberpunk 2077, not the creators of it, because funny enough, a black guy is actually the person who created the whole cyberpunk genre, cyberpunk in general. Okay. Based off of, and I think that's super cool. But anyway, CBR is the one who published the game Cyberpunk 2077, blah blah blah. They actually wanted to not put Rebecca in the anime because they looked at her, they literally was like, this is a lolly. And anybody who doesn't know, a lolly is basically a girl who looks underage or is underage, and sexual things is usually connotated with that. Gotcha. But they was like, she's just like a lolly. Like, we don't want her in there. We don't want to put that thing. But Trigger, the people who made the anime, was like, come on, dude. We believe in us and let her stay in. And it was like, fine, she can stay in. Blah blah blah. They worked with them. And yeah, she is like hands down the most popular character from the anime, and she's awesome. She's just freaking amazing. She's so funny, and it's so. Is she
popular because she's a lolly?
No, I think it's she's.
Oh, okay.
You can make that argument, but my argument would honestly be she's just a really good character, and she's hilarious, and she's funny, and and she has a crush on David. She loves David just as much as Lucy does. Mm-hmm. And it's so interesting seeing how the dynamic plays out and just how it all goes down. But she's just a great character. I really truly think she's a great character, because I'm not into the whole lolly garbage, but I think she's a great character in general. Like she's if you want to call her that, which I don't know, but if you want to call her that, she's the only lolly character I've ever been like, man, I really like that character, not in a sexual way, but I think she's awesome, because I'm really not usually into that crap, because they make them too sexualized, and it's creepy. It's creepy to me. But with Rebecca, I'm like, bro, she's awesome. She fucking rocks.
Norm says that there's a seller on Whatnot that says "suck a lolly lollipop" for short. Oh my gosh, ridiculous! All right, so on Netflix, so I have some homework this week. I need to throw on the Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk also got news, maybe not recently, but within the last couple months, that Keanu Reeves was in talk for a live action Cyberpunk. Either movie or show. I can't remember.
It would be awesome. I mean, because right now he's coming back for the DLC for the game next year, so I'm pretty sure he's already doing vocal stuff for it right now, to get ready for it. Even though we don't have a release date, I'm calling it. I think the DLC will probably come out in February. Okay. Because the way the trailer shows it, and it's a cool trailer, but at the end of the trailer, they fade away from 2023 to release date. They don't give us an actual release date, but they fade away from 2023. And when they do it, the two kind of lingers. And I'm being Mr. Conspiracy here, but I believe that 2 is like a hint to tell us February. It's coming out in February, so I'm going with February. But either way, it's coming out next year at some point, and Keanu Reeves is going to be back in that. But I would love for there to be a live action with Keanu Reeves playing Johnny Silverhand as he does in the video game, or just honestly, I'm hoping for a season 2 of Edge Runners, and maybe we'll get something, because I'm pretty sure that the anime takes place a year before the game happens. Okay. So at least when the anime ends, it's a year before the events of the game, because it ends in 2076, and the game obviously takes place in 2077.
Right. Norm also says I haven't played Cyberpunk because of the bugs and will probably buy a copy this Black Friday. Okay.
You should, bro. So much have changed. And honestly, no matter what anybody says in terms of like, the game was financially a huge success. It broke tons of financial records that no other game outside of like freaking Grand Theft Auto, like it's up there with those guys. Because Grand Theft Auto 5, Jesus Christ, I think that might be, woo, we don't even want to go into what that game did financially. That's unreal. But like it was a financially huge success. It broke tons of records and everything, but it had a very shaky launch because they put it on Xbox One and PS4 and they lied about how stable the game was. It wasn't very stable. Especially if you use like the more older versions of the PS4 and the Xbox One. If you had a PS4 Pro or you had an Xbox One X, it worked much better, but there was still issues, but it was 10 times better because my original start playthrough was on I literally started it on the Xbox One X and I ain't had that many problems. Still was some bugs here and there, but not much problems. And then when I went to the Xbox Series X, there was really none. And then now we got the upgraded versions that literally next gen versions of the game. And it's great. It's just a fun game. And Dino, I do suggest if you ever want to play a fun game, you need to get Cyberpunk 2. It's a great game. You'll fall in love with the characters. You'll fall in love with the game. Matter of fact, you'll be seeing some gameplay when I do that video, and you're gonna play it. This is some fun stuff.
I just looked up Grand Theft Auto 5 with 169 million copies sold, $6 billion generated on the sale alone.
Yeah.
But nowhere even close to the all-time leader, which is Minecraft.
Yeah.
At 238 million sold.
Yeah.
Which is like nearly 50% more. Which means they made around $9 billion. Oh my god.
Yeah. I still don't understand how Minecraft made that much because I find Minecraft to be extremely boring. But kids love it, obviously.
Right.
And adults love it too. Adults love it too.
World building and it's like a combination of like world building / like that whole puzzle thing that some people find calming. Or a game that Alexis used to play a lot was that like one of those farming games, which was just like a calming thing. I don't know. I didn't get it, but whatever. But yeah, it's like it incorporates all of that. Plus, you can also do some create like adventures and stuff with it.
It is a lot of stuff you can do. To be fair,
yeah. And then after that, this is just humorous. I'm just bringing up the ranks. After that, there's Tetris with 100 million sold, which is hilarious to me that Tetris still sold that much. Wii Sports, of course, because I feel like that's cheating though, because Wii Sports came with every Wii. So do they count that?
Unfortunately, yeah. So I do think that is a little bit of like.
I feel like that's a little cheating because every Wii, when it was first sold, came with Wii Sports. So that seems like whatever. But yeah, Super Mario Bros. From 1985 is next up, which is pretty funny. I just enjoyed looking at things like that. But yeah, dude. So I definitely need to take a look at this anime. So what I will do is actually tomorrow. Because I usually what I do, I'm running a sale right now on Instagram. So while I'm is it in English?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So as long as I can not have to look at the screen the entire time, but
I would definitely say, and don't get me wrong, the Japanese dub is great too. They did some great voice actors. They got some really big time voice actors, but not really shocked because again, Cyberpunk 2077 has Keanu Reeves and tons of other big time actors, so big shock there. But the English voices fucking phenomenal too. Just wonderful. I love the English voices.
Okay, cool. So while I'm running my sale, I can have that on to get into it. So I'm pretty excited about that. So now I got something new to watch. So I'm pretty pumped. I feel like there was like one thing I was gonna throw out there that had to do with video games, but I completely forgot what it is now. Yeah. Okay. I think that's pretty much where we're at then with everything. I haven't caught up on She-Hulk. I don't think I saw last week's episode.
Oh
Saw the week
no, no
before.
She-Hulk.
Oh, no
what am I
She-Hulk
gonna do,
update.
James? That's like 2 weeks in a row. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Don't worry, we'll do like a 30-minute segment next week just to catch you up. I know how much you like it, so we'll just make it half the podcast.
Funny thing is, we're not even joking. We really are gonna do that.
And House of the Dragon was pretty dope. That's
Okay.
I know we missed last week's update. But it's still continuing to be pretty solid.
Are they still in the same time zone, like time frame right now? Or they didn't do no more skips? Okay.
They haven't done a huge jump. I think they're about to.
Okay.
Because spoiler alert,
spoilers, guys.
the king finally falls in this last episode. It looks like he's
did he fall in battle?
No,
he didn't die like a soldier. Okay.
Nah, he's just sick.
Did he die from like old age then?
Yeah, like old age / infections kind of caught up with him.
Oh.
Because he was just like, he was getting older, and this was the thing, is that he keeps sitting on the Iron Throne, which is literally made out of swords. So it's sharp, you know what I mean? So it's he cut himself in one of the previous episodes, ended up having to lose like 2 fingers because of it, because the infection was spreading.
I was gonna say, yeah,
you know, so
they had like that crazy medicine back then.
They were showing like sores and cuts and stuff on his back. He was getting sick. He was coughing a lot, you know. So he finally drops. He falls during the wedding of his daughter. His daughter is married to the son of the Valyrian dudes who, if you remember correctly, or if you remember when I was talking about it, the king was, remember when I told you the king they're trying to pair him with that like really, really young, like 12 or 13-year-old girl. All right. So when he ended up not choosing them, but he marries his daughter to that family. So they get married. But the thing with Game of Thrones is every time there's a wedding, you know some shit's gonna pop off. Like someone's fucking dying.
That, and I've never even seen that. But the one thing I know is that meme of if it's a wedding, something's gonna happen.
Something's gonna happen. So Alexis and I have been watching the show together, and she never watched Game of Thrones, but she's watching House of the Dragon with me. And I was like, as soon as they started talking about a wedding, I just kind of like looked at her. I paused it. I looked at her and I was like, I'm just letting you know that some shit's gonna go down at the wedding. Like if they're gonna keep on theme at all with Game of Thrones like stuff, I was like, someone's gonna fucking die, and that's, you know, or it could be multiple people. Like it just, ever since like episode 1 or 2 of Game of Thrones, I think 2, there was the wedding of Khaleesi to Khal Drogo. People fucking die in weddings. So yeah, so there was the death because she's marrying this dude who's gay, and obviously back then, you know, that's a huge no. Like he can't be gay, but she knows.
Oh, so the guy she married is gay?
Yeah, so she's like, look, it's cool. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do. But when it, you know, we'll just hang out when it's time to make babies or whatever, and then, you know, what you do basically. She's like, you do you. It's okay. It's fine. Whatever. But you know, of course, then like someone else finds out. So basically his lover gets killed, and then her lover is about to fucking kill himself. It's a whole crazy thing.
Wait, so she was with somebody beforehand before she married him.
Yes.
And now this dude is
almost fucked.
So her boyfriend is mad. Were they boyfriend and girlfriend or just lovers?
Who?
The girl, you said she had a lover and he's about to kill himself.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's right, because we didn't talk about the last episode. So in the last episode, her uncle, the crazy Damon dude.
Yeah.
I know I'm all over the place here. I'm sorry. Basically like takes her to look around the city to try to kind of get this idea in her head that she will never be accepted as the true heir to the king. So they're
because
like,
she's a girl?
Exactly. So like they watch like this play or like street theater or whatever of people making fun of her at trying to be the heir, and she's like, this is bullshit. Then the uncle, in true Game of Thrones manner, brings her to a whorehouse and almost rapes her. but decides at the last minute that it's probably not a great idea, and then gets mad at her and like hits her. But she's all riled up and charged up, so she goes back to the castle and fucks her knight, like her sworn protector knight. Even though he's supposed to be celibate, and she's not supposed to fuck anyone until she's married. So that happened.
Oh, so now she's not pure anymore.
Right. So that's another big secret, being married away to this, great house.
And that stuff is huge in that era.
The queen finds out, but she doesn't say anything yet. But she does know. The queen, of course, being, her ex, whatever, something.
Either
something
way, friend, whatever it is,
friend, ex-girlfriend, whatever. But yeah, and then this dude, Sir Kristen Cole, is the guy's name. Of course, very, very conflicted with the fact that he just laid some pipe down. And so he's the one who kills the gay dude's lover, because the gay dude's lover figures it out and walks up to him, and he's like, oh, so we both have a secret.
Okay.
He's like, oh, I've seen how you're looking at her. It seems like we both have a secret. And he's like, if you want it to stay that way, it's probably in our best interest for it to stay that way. And then Kristen Cole is like, his honor is being challenged, so beats the shit out of the dude with his bare hands, like just straight up, like face looked like a fucking rubber mask at the end of it. It was disgusting, but it is what it is. And then he's like, oh, well, yep, got to kill myself now. See you later. and it ends with the queen walking in on him about to stab himself, and she stops him real quick, and that's just kind of where it ends. And then the king collapses as his daughter is being married to this great house. So I'm sure it's gonna time jump now for this upcoming week, and we're gonna figure out if what happens if she's accepted as heir, if her son is the heir. Obviously there's going to be no major killing moves yet, but
because that's the thing, definitely in that era, the only true way for her to really, really take over is to be like a ruthless leader and force her way to stay that way. Because if she's just like super nice, they'll definitely just be like, she's not worthy. She's a girl. So screw it.
Either one of them, because now it's going to be, because in this latest episode, the current queen would kind of figured it out. She was basically like, look, it's either going to be she's going to kill me and my children, or I have to kill her, because it's going to become a clash of who is the true heir.
I remember I even said that before too. That's how it would have to be that. Yeah.
So I don't know, because it seemed like the queen was starting to be a little like come into like a little more ruthlessness, like she was gonna start some shit, like but still didn't. So I don't know if she's gonna have the balls to do what's necessary, or what, I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Okay. Rob says, can't they make one of these throne shows without so much sex and violence? That's all there was back then, dude. There weren't shit to do. They didn't have the streaming networks, back then. All they did was fucking kill people. So
that's true.
That's all I want to see them doing too. I just
want that's all I want to see them doing.
No, I'm saying, dude, the chick that plays I fucking forgot the character name, but the chick, Millie Alcock is her actual name. God damn, she is fine, bro. Like,
and I'm guessing it's actual nudity when they have sex.
Not with her as much, of course. I'm sure she has the no nudity clause that what's her face was able to secure after season 1, but of Game of Thrones. Any hot chicks in the show? Yeah, Millie Alcock. I'm telling you, dude. So without the pure white wig, she looks a lot better. But she still looks good on the show. Yeah. So let's see, Millie Alcock. She's Australian, so that might be a small reason why that she's looking so good, looking so fine. How old is she? How old is she? I don't know. She is 22 years old.
Okay.
She is Veneria. That's right? That's what her name is. I knew it was something weird.
Still a little bit weird that she got so sexually aroused after her uncle tried to rape her and beat her.
Yeah, that part was a little strange. No lie, but we all knew there was some kind of incest, something that was coming.
Oh, of course we knew that.
Yeah, and the
uncle.
I
don't even need to watch the series. I just that time frame in general, and if you're really being like legit, yeah, absolutely.
The uncle, also showed up at the wedding, of course, and decided that he was gonna try to disrupt some shit. He killed his current wife, so now he is single and ready to mingle. And I'm sure he has some plans to scoop Rhaenyra up and try to make that claim to the throne. I'm sure that at some point that is going to become a major plot point. Just not yet, not as fast as I thought. So Norman is also asking, James, what are you doing for Halloween on YouTube? Nothing. Just we're gonna do our normal thing. Halloween is on a Monday, so we'll have our stream on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm a little too old for Halloween, I think. So
I don't know what Black Santa would dress up as. It's an interesting question.
Probably
maybe I'll dress up as
just go in white. No, I was about to say go in white face and be White Santa. Oh shit, that's hilarious. No, dude, I live in a townhouse and kids don't really do we do have a lot of kids in the neighborhood, but they go elsewhere for trick-or-treating. There's not really trick-or-treating.
And I mean, I'm not gonna front
area.
I ain't gonna front. I really don't care for the whole trick-or-treating thing. Obviously not, for me or just in general, because if I'm home trying to sleep, I don't want no damn kids knocking on my door wanting some candy.
That's true. I feel like if I was in a neighborhood with a house or whatever, I'd probably bring a computer out and have a show I was watching or something and hand out candy, have the dogs out on the porch or whatever. But for only a few hours. I ain't gonna be out there all night or nothing crazy like that. What I mean? But
yeah,
I would, just from 5 to 8 or whatever, just kind of do that and then be turn the lights off and go.
I mean, if I had kids and they wanted to go out, I would then obviously go out.
Well then that of course.
And then then I would be like, all right, I guess we'll all dress up or something, and maybe we'll do a theme or something. But yeah, I don't have kids and I don't plan on doing that.
Yeah, dress them all as elves, as black elves.
That's there you go, exactly. Elves. Yeah, exactly.
Black Santa will wear Santa suit with Louis Vuitton pattern. Says Norm. That's pretty funny.
Yes.
But absolutely. Yeah, man, as far as Halloween, dude, even in college, for the brief time I was in college, even the Halloween parties there, I was like, dude, we're too old for this shit. It's not even about Halloween, it's just who can dress the sluttiest at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not even going to front, and that was my whole thing. Yeah, go to a Halloween party for sex.
I'm all about that November 1st candy discount. You know what I mean? I'm there at Walmart November 1st. Give me that bag of Halloween candy for 50% off, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's my Halloween.
God, yeah, I know all the freaking candy at Walmart right now is ridiculous.
I'm sure it is pretty crazy.
So much candy.
And then I'm not even into candy as much as when I was a kid, I was yeah, Skittles and Nerds and everything like that.
Right.
Yeah, but now it's just I'll have a Reese's peanut butter cup and be like, that's good.
My man Reese's. That's right. I'm saying Reese's, but I was never the biggest candy person. But I do love Reese's, but I never loved it to the point where it was oh my God, I gotta have Reese's and so much candy. I just was never a big candy person.
Did you ever do the costumes and stuff as a kid?
For parties that I was going to get later, yeah. As a kid.
God damn. I was like, oh shit.
As a kid.
Chris, what kind of parties were you going to?
No, obviously this is like
Chris was going to Halloween on Epstein Island over here.
No. Unfortunately, my childhood, I didn't have that kind of.
Okay, I feel you.
No,
I don't have too many that stick out to me. I know I was Spider-Man at one point. I think I was, terrible looking Dracula at one point.
I want to suck your blood.
Yeah, I was out there sucking something. I don't know. I think I was also Darth Vader without knowing really who Darth Vader was. I just thought it was cool.
Did you at least know about the voice?
No, I didn't know shit, dude. Yeah, I know. I was like 7 or 8 or something like that.
Who am I?
Yeah, it was one of those like my parents are kind of giving me like a costume to wear or something. Yeah, I remember.
At least cool costume. At least you had cool ones though.
Yeah, when we had
Dracula's
this one,
cool, Vader's cool, and Spider-Man's cool. Yeah.
Well, this one I'm about to tell you not so cool. So here's my not cool one. I was part of a theme costume for the family where my mother and my uncle dressed up as like cavemen. My brother and sister were dinosaurs, and then I was in this like do-it-yourself homemade volcano costume. Dude, I swear to God. Yes, I was the volcano ending the dinosaurs and bringing in the cavemen. That was me. Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty lame.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And it was like, I even had this like black and red fire looking wig going on, which was pretty awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I wonder why I had no friends back then. It's cool.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm not even gonna front. I was literally thinking about like, damn, you see like the person that get beat up for some shit.
Yeah, I had my candy taken twice. I don't know why.
Yeah, exactly.
By my mom. My mom was out there beating me, taking my candy.
Mom was like, nerd, give me a damn candy.
Can you imagine getting candy jacked by your own mom? Oh my God.
Like, you're the one who put me in this costume. It was your father's idea. Chump.
Yeah. Fucking nerd.
Loser. Give me a damn candy.
Oh shit. But other than that,
real quick, that remind me of Dave Chappelle and God, what's my man name? Wayne Brady.
Oh, that's
give me a damn sandwich. I said, give me a damn sandwich. He gave it to
gosh. Norm says he puts cookies and cream candy in the freezer and eats it cold. All right. After I decided I was too old to go trick or treating, I still wanted to be a part of Halloween. I remember as a kid, like through high school, so I would dress up as a scarecrow. It was pretty like more legitimate, and I would sit on the porch.
And then scare people?
And scare the shit out of kids that came up to reach for candy.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that was my more fun. Like they would come up to get the candy or whatever, and I just like jump out at them real quick.
You would do that perfect now if you dressed up as the Jeepers Creepers thing, and then like just scare the shit out of people. Oh my God, that'd be hilarious. Oh my God, you would probably give a kid a heart attack.
Yeah, I'd probably
you would traumatize that kid for the rest of his life.
Definitely get punched for sure. Like that fight or flight response coming in. Someone's going to punch me.
Especially when you scare the adults, because one of the adults is going to get, and they're going to probably swing.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh no, and then we're fighting in the front lawn on Halloween. It's ridiculous. I can't.
And then the guy's going to be upset because he pissed himself because you scared him so much, so now he has to fight for his honor. Yeah, that'll be something.
My mom did tell me not to scare someone too bad that they peed themselves. I do remember that because she was like kind of on board with the idea of me doing that. My other idea was like when they knocked, have all the lights, like have the porch lights on outside, but have all the lights in the house off. And like slowly open the door to like nobody basically, and then just like come out from behind the door in like an all black thing. And she was like, "No, that's too ridiculous."
That would probably result into some type of fight.
Oh man,
100%. You would probably have some kids pissing themselves, and then that would again result to a fight because their parents would probably be upset.
So she was like, "No, you can sit on the porch and." As a scarecrow and
at
do
least
the thing there. Yeah, so I was happy with that. So yeah, I mean, again, if I wasn't in the townhouse, if I was in an actual like neighborhood house or whatever, I would participate. But this year, that is not the case. So I will be most likely just chilling, watching some Monday Night Football.
Right? Like, I'm gonna be doing that. Like,
That's
watching freaking Monday Night Football, hands down.
Yeah, I hope some of the NFL players dress up, maybe the coaches or something.
James, I can't remember one time where I saw a coach on the damn sideline dressed as freaking Freddy Krueger or something.
Nah, I'm not saying like Freddy Krueger, but like, you know, something. Have something festive, like maybe like a Halloween.
I ain't gonna
necklace.
front. If I was like a star player, I'm be like, Coach, your ass better not be dressed up. We need to be more focused on winning this game.
You can't be focused while wearing like a Halloween bead necklace.
No, focus on the team. I don't want to see you
pumpkin?
dress. I don't want to be running off the field. I got Jason over here looking at the clipboard, telling me my next play.
I didn't say it had to be as extravagant as dressing up like Jason.
And then if he plays the part legitly, he can't
But-
speak. So then he got
but-
just like.
But if he is Jason, whoever's playing that team, their coach better be Freddy.
Yeah, we got it at least. And then at the end of the game, when they go out there for the shake, they just got to fight each other to the death.
Yeah, that's what I'll talk about.
We'll see who coach really
All right,
is.
so I want it to be Bill Belichick and man, who do I want fighting Bill Belichick that I know can kill Bill Belichick?
Oh my god!
Oh, you know who she would be?
Rudolph the Lions. Remember you talking about biting ankles and Yo, we need to have him dressed up there. He'll probably kill somebody.
I was gonna say Pete Carroll because he kind of looked like Freddy already. You know what I mean?
No,
He's
they're both
old
so damn old. They be on broke hips
80?
trying to fight each other.
They're like 80 years old, dude.
It's shocking me when I remember Pete Carroll's like probably in his 70s, legitly.
Yeah, he is. I think.
And that dude, like, he's still surfboards though.
Is he 8? How old is Pete Carroll? Is he 80 or is he?
And when
70?
you look at him, it's like, yeah, you just forget he's so freaking old.
He's 70, okay. But he's like running around still and everything. I'm like, damn, I hope I can still move when I'm 70 like that. Because goddamn, that's at least he's still jogging on the field and shit. Bill Belichick
you have to be like, props to that dude and the Bill too for his age. You have to be in decent enough health to be a freaking head coach. Because one, the mental stress is on a whole nother level.
Right.
And you still have to physically be able to do stuff.
Coach paints himself blue and wears Smurf clothes. And then when he's asked, he's like, I think I just blew myself.
Yes.
See, the coaches can be involved with Halloween, Chris. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, all
it's
right.
Just
Other coaches can. My coach will not, hell no.
Who's playing that night? Who's playing? I'm
sorry. I know the NFL at times there's so many different things you say the NFL stands for, but I would be the one that's like the no fun league. No, you're not doing that. We gotta focus on our win. I'm here to win championships.
Okay, hold on, but it's clownery at its finest here.
Clownery at here's the puns. Clownery at its finest.
Because it's gonna be the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Cleveland Browns.
Wow, that's the Halloween game?
That's the Halloween.
That's the Monday Night Football game.
So they were like, we're going to give you prime time, but no one's going to be watching that game.
It's hard to put, real fast. And I know we're going to be ending, but real fast. It's still crazy to me that the Bengals are 0-2 and their losses are so weird losses where they should have won those games.
They definitely should have won those games.
But I will say this though, they need to really do something because their quarterback is on pace to have over 100 sacks, being sacked that much. They legitly. That O-line is probably the worst in the league.
It's like that scene in The Longest Yard where Adam Sandler hikes the ball and they just all stand up and let everybody fucking tackle him.
He's like, all right, guys, I've heard that one. No, this is bullcrap. My man is getting killed out there.
Yeah. Joe Burrow getting the piss knocked out of him, bro.
Quarterback going to be dead, bro. He ain't going to make it through the season. He's going to just freaking get killed out on that field.
So in that case, in a game that's obviously not going to be that serious because it's the Bengals versus the Browns, I would say I would encourage some Halloween dress up.
Some Halloween shenanigans.
Yeah. I don't, ain't no gotta be the head coach or nothing, but maybe like the special teams coach.
Special teams coach. We got the cheerleaders dress up.
Yeah, something like they could dress up as cheerleaders.
They could dress up as the other team's cheerleaders. So the Bengals will have the Browns cheerleader clothes on, and the Browns will have the Bengals cheerleader clothes on. That'd be great.
Or who the fuck did they just paint at midfield on the Browns? Brownie the elf? The fuck is this dude? Who the fuck is Brownie the elf? Bro? Who? This dude is an elf in a Santa costume, and he's named Brownie. If it was a black elf, I would be really offended. I'd be like calling him Darky the elf. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Of course, the Browns have a mascot named Brownie.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a shit team altogether, bro. They really are just the Cleveland shitters.
I'm just so confused because it's Brownie the elf, but the fans call themselves like the dog pile or the dog pack or whatever the fuck they call themselves. Yeah. And then their team name is the Browns. It's like, can you just pick one thing? Just pick one.
Bro,
I don't know.
Again, it's a shit team and a shit organization, like legitimately. Yes. And it's 100%. Why the Browns have never won anything, except for when you go all the way back to those freaking 50s and shit. Like the Browns is just the Browns, bro.
Yeah. I think we should petition a new name for the Browns. Washington did it. I think we can do it. Chris, if you could get it started, just say that it's culturally insensitive to have a team called the Browns.
I got you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just because, obviously the Washington one, they were offended by the color. So
it was offended. They offended all the Indians. Yeah.
The Native Americans.
Yeah, Chris. The Native Americans. Yes.
So yeah, if we could just get something going. I don't know, just so we could rename the Cleveland Browns into something else because they need to, and not the Brownies. We're not going to rename them the Brownies.
That's true. This is offensive, man. You're right. I got you. I will get this started because it's offensive.
Can we get a better name for the Browns? And it's got to be better than taking 2 years to come up with Commando or Commanders or whatever the hell they're called. I'm still surprised.
I'm not gonna front. I still slip up and be like the Redskins because the Commandos just sound stupid. It sounds so bad. It's so bad.
The Commanders. I'm still surprised I haven't seen a sign in the fans' audience that says "Command." I'm going Commando or something like that. Just something, something funny.
I'm pretty sure there are those signs, but they're just trying to keep away from like flat out showing them. But I'm pretty sure those signs are out there.
That they're out there.
What's so bad about it? No one even cares. It's such a bad name that fans and just media in general just like no one cares. This just sucks.
I mean, their logo makes them look like a college football team.
It does sound like a college football team, and again, like it just sounds. It's just lame. It's not. It's just a lame name.
Commanders.
The Commanders. Okay, cool.
Commanding what? What are you commanding? I don't understand.
Exactly. Like when the last time Washington was a legitly good football team? Come on now. Come on, son. You ain't Commanders and anything.
All right, so we're gonna. On that note, we're gonna wrap up this podcast. We appreciate y'all hanging with us. We'll catch you guys next Tuesday, same time, 9 p.m. We appreciate it. As always, stay villainous and
fuck the Fantastic Four.